Lawrence, who do we need more information on? We got more folks that we need more information on.
But it's a guy who's seen to be moving in a positive direction, and it's Rhamondre Stevenson. We just want to see a little bit more because he's getting more reps. He seems to be trying to take over that third down back row, that pass catch and roll. And now the interesting thing about him is he didn't catch a lot of passes last year. 14 catches. He was more of a rusher last year, actually. But the thing about Rhamondre Stevenson, he didn't have a significant role until halfway through last season of his rookie season. Now, what makes that interesting is if he could somehow take some of them early down carries away from Damien Harris and start getting closer to splitting that, and he's the primary third down back, well, then you just got yourself a nice little flex player in the 10th round there. And I would say, based on the reports that we done heard so far, I would say he more valuable at his ADP, which is around round 9, 10, more so than Damian Harris. James White, not he on the sideline right now. He getting a little older there. Not that mean anything with Bill Belichick. He loved them old players like that. And James White, just a Patriots guy, you know what I'm saying? But if this keep up, man, he could definitely build on the 600 rushing yards that he had as a rookie. Now he adds the passing production to that, and then you might have your little something there.
Well, yeah, NBC's Peter King reported on he thinks that, I mean, he was kind of sharing his opinion. He wasn't sharing it as like a sourced report, but like he came away from some time in Patriots camp thinking Rhamondre Stevenson is going to become the starter, basically. So like another guy shaping up is just like a massive X factor. And we know that that's a place where you tread lightly with Patriots running back. I mean, that's not just like a cliche. That's like a hard-earned truth. Like you just have to tread lightly.
We've known it for years, decades.
Yeah, especially with Josh McDaniels gone now. I mean, we're really kind of like in uncharted territory. Well, Bill Belichick and like his random like viceroys are gonna do with the running back. I mean, like we don't know who's calling plays. It's just kind of. But Rhamondre Stevenson. So the Patriots never really feature rookie running backs, and they featured Rhamondre Stevenson last year. They clearly really, really like him. You know, shaping up is just like a massive X factor in fantasy drafts.
First of all, congratulations on working in the word viceroy into the podcast.
Thank you, Remy.
That's huge. It's a first, I think. And
it's
secondly,
probably not, unfortunately for me. I've probably said it before. I don't know why.
You're right. I actually do remember you saying that sometime during the winter. Stevenson is good. Like maybe extremely good. In his final season in college in 2020 at Oklahoma, not Oklahoma State, he averaged 8.2 yards per touch. Okay. And that included 18 receptions for 211 yards. That's 11.8 yards per catch. Like he's a big play, explosive guy who strikes me as, potentially one of the most important players, at least one of the most important late round running backs in fantasy this year. I'm trying to get him everywhere I can. I'll even pay a little bit of a tax on Stevenson to make sure that I get him on my roster. Like I see him as that sort of player in that sort of position behind a good offensive line. A team that will probably run more than most, although probably not as quite as last season. But yeah, Stevenson is critically important. And if he gets a full workload or anything close to it, he could blow the roof off compared to where you're drafting him.
Denny, I couldn't help but notice it sounds like in the background you've received several White Claw deliveries on your beach.
Well, there's a door. So I'm recording. I should have said this at the top of the show. I'm recording from the Beach House studio here, NBC Beach House studio. And
you gave the shipped person the code to get into the condo, and they just keep dropping case after case of White Claw.
They flew me in on a helicopter. It was nice. And I'm staying here with 3 families, though. And there's a door nearby, and the kids here in this house, they love to come in and out of that door.
Well, did you know a quick child fact for you out there who don't have kids is that they don't close doors. They only slam them. There's no in between. They either literally don't close the door or slam it.
That's
they
right.
don't know how to normally close a door.
They don't flush the toilet either.
No. What is with that?
God,
Did I do that as a kid? I gotta ask my parents. Did I never flush? Because my kids have yet. My son's 9 years old. Never flushed. Oh,
the door to my garage has quite literally never once been closed. So the inside temperature is always the exact same as it is outside, and it's a problem. It's a problem. Lawrence, what's another situation where we want more information?
Before I get to that real quick, we said all that we said about Rhamondre Stevenson just for week 1 to show up in Pierre Strong lineup as the third down running back because it's the Patriots. But anyway.
Yeah. Pierre Strong,
Summerlin,
you're right.
Raymond Summerlin was on me to get Pierre Strong more involved in our rankings. So we'll see. Waiting for hell.
Pierre Strong, listen, they love Pierre Strong's blocking, and I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but Bill Belichick, and Rhamondre Stevenson figured this out last year.
Well, I mean, we know offensive coordinator Matt Patricia, famous philosophy. We know just he loves blocking running backs.
The Patriots value a good pass blocking running back, and that's what Pierre Strong is. He could get playing time just because of that.
At every stop where Matt Patricia has called plays, which is just stop after stop after stop. So much emphasis on running back.
A guru.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.